You guys back just a little bit. Wait for somebody to come on. What are all the things that we have here? Let's see. Lighting. Light on. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. See if anybody shows up. Play around with this stuff. Who touches on? Okay.
Are you turning live now?
Yep, I'm on the live.
What are you talking about?
I don't know yet. Whatever people want to talk about, as long as it's appropriate.
Okay.
Where is... Oh, there's the chat filter. Okay. Okay, now I see. Okay. Have to remember where everything is. I think it's been like maybe a few since I've done a live. So, you know. Waiting for people to come and talk. But it's late, so who knows, maybe somebody won't. Anyways, like I said in the title of this video, I am nearly to 600 subscribers, which is fantastic. I am currently at 580 right now. Hello. And I am hoping to eventually get to 600. Now, when I say I want to get to 600 subs, I want people to subscribe because they like the channel. Oh, okay. Hello. Oh, okay. As long as people are respectful, they're welcome here. But like I said, I want people to be on the channel watching because they like the content, right? So I cover a variety of topics. My spiritual path, which I haven't made too many videos on that lately, but I'll eventually get back to that. That was, I am in my kitchen. But I'll eventually get back to that. That was a lot of the main videos I did when I first started this channel, like maybe 12 years ago. It's okay. And I'm not going to get back into talking about that because I'm also writing a book that deals with different paths, spiritual beliefs, mythology, folklore, legends. So it's not just my own personal beliefs that I am exploring. It is research for one of my writing projects. So, and I want to talk more about my writing because I have a list of my poetry and everything on here, but I don't talk about writing that much. I want to do that a little bit more. This channel has mainly been a book channel, and I still love books, and I still love to talk about books, so that's still going to be a big focus on this channel. But I'm going to bring back some other things like the pagan-y topics, the witchy topics. I mainly do movie stuff on my second channel, Popcorn and Earbuds, but I will do some movie-themed stuff here. It's just it takes time to watch stuff, make lists, all that other stuff. So, yeah, if you like movies, music, spiritual topics, books, writers talking about their works in progress, this will be the channel for you. I think my camera is just fine. But I don't know. Let me see. Yeah. It's not all that great. No, I cannot. Nor will I sing Let It Go. Even though that wasn't too bad of a song. I know a lot of people got tired of it. But I didn't mind it. You know, I kind of think that I liked the second Frozen a little bit better. What do you think about Donald Trump and his unfair policies? I don't like the man. I don't like him. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate people for their political opinion just because it differs from mine, but the thing is, I get how people can support that guy. It's just hypocritical because, you know, they'll talk about this person or that things they did, but there's people coming telling you what this man did. Sometimes there's video evidence of it, and oh, you're taking it out of context. No, we're not. It wouldn't be so bad. It would still be very bad, but not as bad if people weren't so fucking hypocritical about it. Sorry, not sorry. Not a Trump fan. And I'm not really a fan of any politician. They all have their flaws. But it's just these people. They're such hypocrites. Finally found someone of my type. Yes, I've heard of those. I think Trump had an affair with Hillary and Jeffrey Epstein had it on a record. Who knows? Who knows? I wouldn't be surprised. They're all fucking corrupt, much worse than others. You're cool, love ya. I try to be. I try. What's everybody up to? Are you guys reading anything interesting? Watching anything interesting? I made a list of 50 movies that I want to watch this year. Some of them are older movies, like within the last 10, 15 years or so. Some are rewatches. Some are new to me movies. So it's really mixed. Because I've had like The Wild Robot on there. I'm watching Black Swan right now because I never never seen that. I have to go back and finish that one. I just watched Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I had mixed feelings on that one, but I wasn't also sitting down to like watch it. So I feel that's one you have to give your full attention to. It's one of those movies. So it's probably more on me than the movie itself. What he is doing is just wrong. Yes, I definitely agree. It seems every time I turn on TikTok or anything, but mostly TikTok because you scroll so you get information a lot quicker than some other things. So every time I turn on that thing, there's something insane coming from Donald Trump, right? Or people associated with him. No, I don't. Because they may say it's something good, but everybody else knows it's not going to do what they say it's going to do and helping people. It's going to make things for people struggling and other types of people who, are not that. It's going to make life for them much harder. People like me, right? Because it's supposed to affect what? Medicare, Medicaid, I think food stamps and stuff. And yeah, if you're able-bodied, you should be able to work. However, you have to remember that not everybody can just walk into a place and get a job. So while people are looking for jobs, while they're struggling, they need something to eat, And if you're going to take away food stamps and everything because they're not making that 20 hours while they're living in their car trying to find employment, what do you think is going to happen? You're not going to have employees if they starve to death. Everything is just BS. It's all for these fucking rich fucking people. Mainly, rich old white men. That's the majority of them. Or people who think they're going to become that. Your bootlickers. No, I do not. Right now, I am just trying to go to work and write my novel. That's what I want to do. I have some books on Ko-fi. Right now, they are both 50 cents each. So I have one that's a short story collection and one that is poetry and like pictures that I took and doodled like. I write under the name S.C. Dickinson. Again, you can find my Ko-fi. I also have the books on Amazon. So I got like 4 out right now. It's easy money, not gonna lie. Well, maybe someday in the future. Maybe someday in the future. Right now, I'm just focused on my writing. I got some Lipton English breakfast tea, and in it I have some, might be Coffee Mate or something like that, I can't remember, but it's like the white chocolate raspberry for a creamer. I put creamer in my breakfast tea because it's like a black tea, and this is so good. Like, I don't have filters for coffee right now, so I'm drinking black tea. It's pretty good. No, I don't earn money off the stream. I don't have enough subscribers to even think about that. I just do YouTube because it's a hobby. If I made money from my hobby or whatever, I wouldn't be mad about it. But I think you gotta have like at least 1,000 subscribers to even start that. Yeah, maybe one day, like I said. I definitely have to do more research on that kind of stuff. But, like I said, who knows what the future holds. So, anybody reading anything? Like I said, book channel or a mainly book channel. I'm starting to get more into, I'm slowly getting into nonfiction, mainly because, again, I am researching for different things. So right now I'm reading a book on Egyptian mythology and Chinese mythology. I'm also listening to a book on Celtic mythology and all that other stuff. So covering deities, different creatures, monsters, fantastical things, whatever you want to say. That it's all part of those cultures' mythologies. So mainly mythology research right now. But I also wanted to read John Green's 2 nonfiction books. I think the latest one is Everything is Tuberculosis. I have not read any of his nonfiction yet, and there's only like 2 out. But I loved his fiction books. I'm moving more away from YA now, but I am open to reading just about anything because I think anything can be a good story. Whether it's a children's book, an adult novel, a poetry and stories. But I mean, there's narrative poems, so I guess that kind of counts. But I like to read all kinds of things, get all kinds of ideas and stuff. I think there's so many great stories out there. And if you limit yourself, you're missing out. Obviously, people have their preferences on writing style and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying to keep an open mind. Yeah, so. But I'm starting to kind of move away from reading because none of it really sounds too good lately. And there are some books that I thought that might not have been as YA as you might want to think because they're a little bit darker. But who knows? I'm not in the publishing industry. I just attempt to write books. But right now I'm reading / listening. I know some people are like, it's not reading. I count audiobooks as reading, okay? I am currently reading or listening to The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, The Hobbit, Northanger Abbey, How to Sell a Haunted House. I've read 2 of Grady Hendrix's books, and I really like his writing style. I read My Best Friend's Exorcism and Horror Store, so I'm hoping that I'll like How to Sell a Haunted House. So, I'm also reading a man called Uva. That's how they pronounce it in the book. So I'm reading / listening to about 4 or 5 books. Some books get more attention than others. They really do. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I'm reading anything else. I'm also reading, and these are on ebooks. Unholy, which is the second book in the Unwind series, and I think it's called Unicorn Crush. It's one of the books in the Phoebe and Her Unicorn series. Also listening to The Forest of Hands and Teeth. I have such a long TBR. I made a 40 before 40 TBR that some of these are included in. So I got like 2 years starting at November 30th. 2 years to finish that list. And I've read like 2 so far. 2 or 3. At least 2. And the thing about the list is I didn't make it very long. No, I mean I didn't make it all long books, I should say, because they're 40 books. But I didn't make all the books like gigantic, right? There are some big like classic books on there, like the Count of Monte Cristo. I think I had The Hunchback of Notre Dame on there, and some other ones. But there's also like more modern books. Like I had Ellen Enchanted on there. I had Winter Girls on there, which is middleweight in YA. I read Ellen Enchanted. I had Lily and the Octopus on there. I was disappointed by that one. I had Earthlings. Oh, okay, I did read 3. I read Earthlings, Lily and the Octopus, and Ella Enchanted. I was so disappointed by Lily and the Octopus. I really, really was. I wanted to like that book so much, and the main character, just ruined it for me. So what is it? I have 37 books now to read, and I am reading some through audio and stuff. I am debating on changing one just because of the things that came out about the author, and I know probably more people on that list are maybe not the greatest, because a lot of them are, again, what's considered classic literature from like 100 years or so ago, maybe more. But this one is still alive, so, you know, there's a dilemma there. But then again, I could just read it because it was already on my list, but I like to review books. You know, that's the whole point of having this channel. But, I mean, who knows? I'm sure I will figure it out. Let's see. What's going on? How are you doing? I am doing okay. How are you? I'm just chatting away about books I'm reading, movies I watched, stuff like that. What's going on with everybody? Keep going from one person to 3 to more to 0. But I'm talking if you guys are listening. We're back down to 0 again. Oh well. Let's see. They have a top fans thing on here now. I don't even know what that is supposed to mean. What the heck? Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. 2 people watching it again. How's everybody doing? We're back down to 1. Well, it's getting late, so, or already is late. Probably should end this here and go do the things I have to do before bed. Anyways, thanks for everyone who showed up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.